crosstab component allows you to very quickly show cross-sections of data. Where the other tables are focused on a dynamic number of rows and columns, the crosstab allows you to show a matrix based on groupings between two keys. Take a look, I already have the crosstab component dropped down on my report, and I already set the data key to this downtime by site data source. You take a quick look at that. We'll go to the data panel, and you'll see it's just a static CSV. I'm just showing equipment, time, and site. Now I want to use the crosstab to show a count between the number of downtime events for each piece of equipment and each site. So I have 4 different sites, site A, B, C, and D, and the 4 pieces of equipment we've been using. Let's begin by going back to the design panel. We'll select the crosstab, click and drag the equipment key, and drop it on the top row here. Then we'll grab site and place it in the first column over here. Lastly, we'll grab count and put it in the remaining cell. So what this is going to do is give us a count based off of the equipment and the site of each row in our data source. If we take a look in the preview panel, you'll see each piece of equipment and each site. Now let's compare this to the raw data. For example, our motor has 2 occurrences at site A. If we take a look at the data panel, we'll see we have 2 rows with motor and site A. Let's add another key. We'll go back to the design panel and we'll add a new row. So with the crosstab selected, we'll take a look at this rows property. We'll change that to 2. We'll go and double click on the divider here and drag this down to give us a little more room. And let's take a look at the total time per piece of equipment. So we'll come over here to our time key, grab a total, and we'll drag and drop it down below count. Next we'll select the cell and increase the font. Now over here I'm not going to put a key, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and put a header. So I'll type total time. Again, I'll change the font. If we take a look at the preview panel, you'll see we have this total time row now. Now this is only looking at the total time per piece of equipment. It's not grouping up against a site. It's only grouping against a single key, equipment in this case. So we're looking at the total time for all of our motors in our data source. We can go ahead and make sure that this is doing what we think it is, so we'll take a look at the palletizer. It has a total of 70 down below. Take a look at the data panel. You'll see there are only 2 rows in our data source with palletizer as the equipment. One for 40 and one for 30, so that equals 70. So you can very quickly and easily use the crosstab to show interrelation between 2 keys.